people. Can I get a hello? Welcome to another episode of the Hello Effect Podcast. With me, your host, Zeke, aka Mr. Hello. On today's episode, we got an artist coming out of Jersey City by the name of Teewhy. I mean, want to take this chance to welcome to the Hello Effect Podcast. What's going on, man?
What up? Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate you having me.
For sure. First and foremost, I mean, I like to ask all my guests that come to the pod, how was your day? How you doing or whatever?
Good, man. Mental health is good, even though my parlay got fucked up last night. But other than that, we good, bro. You know
what parlay you speaking on? What you
we
talking
got the,
about?
you know what I'm saying? I bet on the whole main card, you know what I'm saying? The UFC 3, whatever it was. My boy Pereira just lost, you know what I'm saying? That shit broke hearts nationwide, you know what I mean? So I'm a little fucked up about that. But we live, you know what I mean? We be all right.
Yeah, that's what's up. So you from Jersey City, right?
Well, really, I grew up in Union City. I've been living in Jersey City for the past, 5-6 years type shit.
Okay, so where you get your music and influences from?
Shit, bro. A lot of different places, you know what I mean? But really, my brother was the one that put me on to a lot of different artists, you know what I'm saying? From a lot of different underground artists, a lot of lyrical artists and shit. And then I started to develop my own, you know what I'm saying, my own taste for music. So it was just a genuine love thing, just kind of genuinely gravitated toward a lot of different genres and artists.
All right, so what age have you started doing music, whatever? Or you had your love for music. You said your brother introduced you to it. So what age?
Yeah, I would say that's around the 5th grade, bro, honestly. But I can't say that I've been trying to make it in music since the 5th grade. I mean, honestly, I've been professionally trying and putting my best foot forward since about 2021, you know what I mean? But it really started way earlier. That's when I first started penning and, I got involved in a bunch of different things.
All right, so growing up in Jersey, you say you from Union City or whatever.
Yeah.
How did that shape your sound, though? Because I feel like Jersey, to me personally, being born and raised in Jersey is like an underrated state when it comes to hip-hop. So how did that shape your sound?
I think maybe just from the diversity of people listening to a lot of different music, from a lot of different Spanish music to, rap music to, Jersey Club later on, you know what I'm saying? All that pretty much impacted what I was doing. But it's a melting pot over here of mad different diverse cultures, you know what I'm saying? So I think in general that just made me more of a well-rounded artist and made me have more of a global approach instead of just I only do this type of thing, you know what I mean?
So what would you say, how you define your sound or whatever? Because I know we got different type of styles. We got drill music and we got people that really spit out here. So how would you define your sound?
Shit, I would just say I'm an artist, bro. I think that's kind of a typical answer, but really for me, man, when you hear what I could do, I just think that obviously humans have all different types of emotions, so I wouldn't want to categorize myself or pigeonhole myself and say I only do this specific type of thing because it's just not true. You know what I mean? I do a whole bunch of different shit and it sounds legitimately me, you know what I'm saying? So I would just consider myself an artist. I can't say that I make any one specific thing.
So how has been your music journey, especially being for Jersey? Has it been hard to get your music played or?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. I think the support out here, and I said, the title of my album is No Flowers in the Garden State, you know what I'm saying, for a reason. I really felt like coming up, I didn't really get a lot of the, support, you know what I mean, or love really that, maybe I don't want to even say deserved, maybe just earned, you know what I'm saying, or just genuinely supportive people around. So it was definitely hard. I think there's not too many people that's willing to extend a hand when you ain't got shit going on. You know what I'm saying? So you really got to earn it. And I think once I started to get involved with URL and battle rap and shit like that, that's really when people started to gravitate toward me and really be like, oh, he could actually do something. And people, you know what I mean, in my state really started to get behind me.
Oh, so you actually a battle rap? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to do that, yeah.
How many years ago, though?
I started 2014. And then I stopped around 2020 and I made it to major world stages, you know what I'm saying, against some legends in the game, hundreds of thousands of views, you know what I'm saying, doing that shit, really millions of views. But yeah, that's what I used to do. And then that basically helped me get introduced to a whole bunch of different people and get my name out there.
So any notable names that you battled that we might know of or whatever?
Yeah, y'all might have heard of Geechee Gotti, you know what I'm saying? Okay. I battled him on URL's his first PG in New York City, you know what I'm saying? I battled Sirius Jones, who's a legend from
for sure.
New Jersey, you know what I'm saying? I battled Steams, who's a legend from New York. The list goes on and on. I had probably a solid 30 battles.
Oh, that's what's up. So, is that something that you think you're a step back into, or you just trying to focus on like
Never
being an
again.
artist or whatever?
Never again.
Why is that though?
Ever again, bro. Because that shit is a complete waste of time. It's like the way that they do business there, you know what I'm saying, is very similar to the music industry with a way smaller bag. So it's just straight up not worth the time, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of it is political, just like music is. But if you're not aligned with the right people or you piss the wrong person off, you cook, bro. They ain't booking you for shit. They shelving you even when you do good. It's just, and it's so niche. And the way that they do shit is kind of stupid to me. Like, they have an app, you know what I'm saying? That's where people get all the new content. So if people ain't buying into the app, you have no way to expose yourself to new fans, new audience. So you're already only exposing yourself to people in a niche, you know what I mean? So there's really not even a way to promote yourself. You can't even screen record on the app.
Oh, wow.
So I can't even share my own shit.
That's crazy.
And I'm not even getting paid like that. You get what I'm saying? What the fuck
crazy.
is the point of this shit? So, you know what I'm saying? After mad different arguments and conversations, I just realized what's best for me is doing what I wanted to do. And I never wanted to battle rap to begin with anyway. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what I was about to ask you. So I was going to ask you, would you encourage anybody that's trying to get on, being that, you know what I mean, Jersey is hard to break through? Would you encourage them to step in that field, at least to get the exposure?
I mean, I think that it helps a lot. It definitely helped my pen a lot. So on a positive, I always shit on battle rap, you know what I'm saying? Keep it a buck. But on a positive, I would say, like, it definitely helped my pen a lot, and I got to meet a lot of people. And I think when people see, like, you versus another person and the levels is just completely different, it's just evident to see, like, yo, he's really nice, you know what I mean? So it helped like that. But other than that, bro, like, it's just such a low ceiling, and even the highest paid people ain't paid a lot. You get what I'm saying? So I look at that, you know what I mean? Like, I identify the gap. Kobe Bryant was saying that for MJ, you know what I'm saying? He's like, bro, like, I got to see the difference between myself and the biggest person in this shit, and even the biggest person ain't really breaking the bank. So I'm like, this is not worth my time.
But was anybody reaching out, though? Like, because you said you had, like, over 30 battles. Like, after the success of, because you gotta be popping, to be honest with you, to continue to get battles. They ain't gonna let nobody that's trash to get battles. So was anybody like reaching out after your success of all them battles?
Yeah, I mean, I pretty much went as high as you could go. The only thing I didn't do is battle on like Summer Madness and shit like that, which is like the biggest events that they had. But other than that, bro, like, I pretty much was on every stage, all the stages that mattered. People knew me from all over the place, from, you know what I mean, overseas.
What about labels though? Did any labels reach out?
Nah, because it's like I'm advertising a different service to a certain extent, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, why would they even reach out to me about music if I'm just sitting here doing acapellas? They don't even know. Matter of fact, there's a stigma that battle rappers can't make music. That's really, to keep it 100.
That's what I'm about to say, yeah.
I don't even like to talk about this shit, but I'm just so transparent. I'll talk about it. I don't give a fuck, because I do make good music and you can hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. I was about to say, because it was only reason I asked you that, like, as far as like labels, because I know a lot of mainstream artists is starting to get involved with the battle rap, especially the URL, because of Smack or whatever. So I was just wondering.
Well, I think that a lot of artists that's doing that is because they cold or lukewarm right now, you know what I'm saying? So they're doing anything to kind of gain some attention again, because now it's so hard to, like, obviously with direct to consumer, anybody could do content and promote their own shit, but the oversaturation is so crazy that if you're not really putting a bag behind your shit or got a real legit dope team, it's hard to make noise and be seen. You just buried underneath.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? They say, there's like 100,000 songs that get uploaded per day, and you're one person.
Yeah.
So how the fuck do you stand out? You know what I mean? They trying to find any way to be able to gain attention.
All right, so compared from when you started to now, like your success, how much support do you get from Jersey now?
I think I get a decent amount. You know what I mean? Of course, I would like to see some more, but I do understand that you got to earn that shit. You know what I mean? And I think that people genuinely gravitate toward what they love, and you can't force that. So until I make something that is super incredible to the point where everybody is gravitating toward it, I just got to earn that. You know what I mean?
No, I respect that. I do know, like, sometimes, like, being from Jersey and been tapped in music for a while, it seems like some people that's from Jersey seem not to rep Jersey because it don't get no support.
Yeah.
Do you feel that way? Like, or you rep Jersey no matter where you go? Because I know you just came back from Tokyo.
Yeah,
like,
I'm
so
saying, yeah, bro. And I'm rocking the Jersey hats every single place I go. Shout out to all my peoples that sold out. You know what I'm saying? And I think that people like to attach to what's already working. You know what I'm saying? So, excuse me, it's easy to rep like you from New York if you 15 minutes away from there. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to rep like you from Philly when you in South Jersey, because they established already and they got the respect already. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just think that Jersey is a little bit of a middle ground, and until there's a real giant that comes out of here, shout out to Albie Al and a lot of other, you know what I mean, artists that's doing their thing out here. 070 Shake, you know what I'm saying, and a bunch of others that's really doing their thing. Hard Luck and mad other people.
Shout out to Hard Luck. I'm trying to get them up on here.
You know what I'm saying? There's not too many people that, with respect to them, you know what I'm saying, they're very niche. They do what they do, you know what I'm saying? But I think from a global standpoint, there hasn't been a person that's really came here from Jersey. I mean, Russ did it. He's from fucking Secaucus, you know what I'm saying? But he rep Atlanta. So it's just hard, you know what I mean? I think somebody that really represents and is not shy about it and shows why this shit is lit, because we are lit over here. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's gonna take that, and I'm gonna be that.
Hell yeah. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I came across you through one of the secret society members or whatever. I think he be doing like the little phone booth type of thing or whatever.
Okay.
And I came across him like, oh, this dude, I mean, fire or whatever. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know who you was or whatever.
Yeah.
And I seen you with Mike Zombie.
Yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, how did you connect with him?
So I got connected with Zombie through my man's Ricky Gray, who's an A&R. And basically I had a record on this, or a verse on a record with Benny the Butcher and shit, and he heard my verse and then just asked who I was. And my manager at the time was telling him like, yo, this is my man's and this is what he do and da-da-da. And he was like, yo, I know Mike Zombie. He's from Jersey. Maybe we can connect them and they could do some, you know what I mean? And we hopped on the phone. We chopped it up. We did some business. And the chemistry was just super easy, you know what I'm saying? It was just perfect. We meshed well together. And that was that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Once we got in the studio for the first time, I already knew it was up.
So you still record with him? Like do records with him?
Yeah, that's my guy. We talk damn near almost every day.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, so I know you said you did something with Mike Zombie. Any other producers rather than Jersey that you want to work with in the future?
Oh, hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. There's a lot. You know what I'm saying? I would love to work with Scott Storch. Like, I think that would be incredible. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, somebody like a Dr. Dre would be super crazy. You know what I mean? 88 Keys is crazy. Obviously, like Murder Beats, Mustard on the Beat. I mean, there's mad producers, you know what I'm saying, that's doing their thing. So there's a long list.
What about artists?
Artists?
Yeah, who you want to work with?
Shit. It's another long list of artists, you know what I'm saying? But not too many rappers for real. I think a lot of like more legacy artists, you know what I'm saying, I would like to work with, like a J. Cole, you know what I'm saying, or even a Wale, a Big Sean eventually, you know what I'm saying? Shit, anybody in that genre, you know what I'm saying, or that time period rather, you know what I mean? Nowadays, I mean, there's a lot of people that's doing their thing still today, but those are the people I looked up to when I was first starting.
All right, so what have you learned, like, by being in the music industry that you didn't know before you stepped into it?
Man, I didn't know you had to do everything. You know what I'm saying, bro? You got to do everything. It ain't just about music and hopping in the fucking booth and just making some hot shit. It really ain't about, actually, it's like 10% of it. You know what I mean? It's about solidifying yourself, obviously, as a business entity, and then once you actually start really getting in the weeds, you understand that you can't just have one LLC, bro. You gotta have three. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have one for touring, you gotta have one for your personal business, and one for some other shit that I'm figuring off the top of my head. You gotta become the social media marketer. You gotta become the content creator. You gotta be the writer, the producer, the engineer. You know what I mean? In a lot of cases, or just build the team. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of shit, and obviously, you walking around and you advertising yourself, you are the business at all times, so you got to make sure that you always on point, you know what I'm saying, and represent yourself the right way. So it's difficult, you know what I'm saying? It's sometimes a thankless thing, especially when you spend mad time and you posting shit and people ain't reacting, they ain't showing you no love. It's like, God, it's discouraging, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it takes 500 videos before one go crazy, you know what I mean? So I didn't think it would, first, take this long, and two, be this difficult, you know what I mean? I thought I was gonna be on way earlier, but shit, we still working, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so what's the motivation to not give up?
Man, there's a lot of people that, you know what I'm saying, I made promises to, you know what I'm saying, from family to friends and people in positions that are pretty fucked up that I just want to help, you know what I'm saying, and to prove it to myself, most importantly, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't do all this shit for no reason. So, I think that's one of my greatest motivations. And the fact that I do progress actually through the years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't just like I'm stagnated and nothing's happening. So like, as I'm achieving these things, I'm like, oh shit, I actually am making this shit happen. It's just a matter of doing. You know what I'm saying? That's what people think, that this shit is just like, you gotta hope for it and pray for it and all this other shit. And you do gotta do all that, but sometimes it's just a matter of doing. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and I respect it. So, how do you feel about ghostwriters though? You feel like you being an artist that writes your own lyrics, do you feel like somebody could help you? You okay with that?
I don't know. I mean, for raps, probably not. You know what I mean? But I do think music is a collaborative effort. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, I wrote for artists before, some, you know what I mean, some pretty prominent artists, and yeah, it's a collaborative effort. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we trying to make the best product, and we can't just expect to be able to do everything by ourselves. If you think that you can create an empire by yourself, bro, you think it's too small. You know what I mean? You need a team. You need people to help you. And some people that'll be in the writing department. Some people that'll be in whatever department. You know what I mean? But I don't frown upon it. For rap, it's a little weird though.
Yeah. So what's your ultimate goal? Like, to be big as I know the sky's the limit, but I'm asking you, what's your ultimate goal with the music?
I would like to be a household name, you know what I'm saying? A big brand, a recognizable brand, global, you know what I'm saying? And obviously to just be able to be completely, not only financially stable, but like wealthy, you know what I'm saying, off of my efforts, and also being able to provide those services to other artists and shit too, you know what I'm saying? And just being able to get the respect that I have earned, you know what I'm saying? That's really the goal and the intention. And just being myself in the process, not having to be a clown about it, or, you know what I'm saying, for lack of better terms, I don't even want to say that, you know what I mean? You already know what I was about to say. None of that corny shit, you know what I'm saying? Just being myself, doing it, and being respected for being me.
Yeah, that's the next question I'm gonna ask you. How important is your image? Like, how you want people to look at you?
I want them to look at me for exactly who I am. That's why I don't. When you see me on mad different platforms, bro, I talk to you how I talk to my friends. You know what I'm saying? I'll talk to you how I talk to anybody, because I'm just being myself. So I think when people try to uphold the image, that's when you start to see, like, oh, he said this in this place, and then he did this in this place, and this shit ain't adding up. You know what I mean? He's a fucking cornball. So I just be myself all the time, and it's the easiest thing to do. You know what I'm saying? That's being yourself.
Yeah. So has any labels reaching out to you throughout your whole thing? You haven't had any label meetings and things like that? Any offers?
I've had some, but the reality is that up until you have your analytics to a certain level, I mean, I could sign with some shit tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? But they're not going to give me a preferential deal. They're going to give me some bullshit that I don't want, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of artists is mad thirsty and ignorant, and they're going to go ahead and sign some shit because they think it's cool. But then you find out after I sign the shit, oh, I still got to do everything by myself, you know what I mean? And I'm already doing a lot of shit by myself. So up until I could increase my analytics to a certain extent, it make no sense to sign to anybody. So I'm independent, and I think a lot of artists, you know what I'm saying, eventually want to be independent anyway. I own all my masters to my last album, you know what I'm saying, produced by a Grammy-nominated multi-platinum producer. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important, when you have ownership, you know what I'm saying? So I don't necessarily need a label. I am my own marketing service, you know what I'm saying? I know how to pretty much do a lot of the shit that they would do for me. So the more you know how to do, the better position you be in, you know what I'm saying? Up until they giving me label support, it ain't even worth my time.
I got you. So how many albums have you released, like, for a current date right now?
My debut album just came out in November of 2024.
What's the name of it?
No Flowers in the Garden State, produced by Mike Zombie.
The whole album, how many tracks you got on it? We're gonna definitely check it out.
I think we got 11. Yeah, I think it's 11 joints.
You got any features on there?
I got Zombie on the track 50/50, and then I got two of the bros, Alexander Noir and my boy Ricky St. Laurent, on this Flip of Nasty Girl by Biggie and shit. If you probably heard of that, John. But that's it, bro. Only singers and one rapper.
All right, that joint you just dropped, that was a freestyle. I see you promote
the joint. Yeah, I actually recorded that shit like last year. But yeah, bro. Like right now, my catalog, my unreleased catalog is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And so the idea is to build enough catalog to be able to have follow-up, you know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of artists fuck up at, is they release some fire shit and then now they scrambling to figure out what's next. And I'm not, you know what I mean? I know what's next, and I plan this shit out for about a year, you know what I mean? So once I could get to a point where I could really start planning shit out 6 months, a year, 2 years, I'll be in real good shape. You know what I mean? But I'm very, very close to that, and I pretty much have like a year's worth of material as we speak. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that I'm proud of, not just some bullshit.
Now that's what's up.
Yeah.
So, any Jersey artists that you didn't collab with that you thinking about collabing with?
Yeah, I mean, shit. Working with Shake would be crazy because I went to North Bergen High School for a year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she went crazy. She signed to Good Music. I think Albial will be really cool to work with. You know, people like Hard Luck. Who else, man? Mr. Chicken is dope too. I like his hooks. Who else? I don't know off the top of my head, but that's a solid lineup.
Oh, that's what's up.
Maybe even Shaq too.
Oh, Shaq, you gonna get Shaq? Shout out to Shaq.
Shaq Diesel.
All right, so being that you're not signed to a label and you independent and everything is costly and sometimes you don't get the results that you think you're gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever think about like just giving up?
Oh hell yeah, a lot of times.
So how did you, stay locked in and continue without giving up?
I think that when you got a purpose and you genuinely passionate about some shit, you know what I'm saying, it goes beyond the money, it goes beyond the right now, you know what I'm saying? You kind of see the bigger picture a little bit more clearly. So I think it's good for artists to take a break, you know what I'm saying, and reevaluate the situation and reevaluate your why. Why are you doing this shit to begin with? You know what I mean? A lot of people, when you ask them why, they don't even got a valid answer. They just want to be popping. I've been popping since school, you know what I'm saying? I don't need rap to make me popping. I don't need rap to get me no girls. I've been getting that, you know what I'm saying? I've been getting money. So at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, I'm just being myself. And I think that it's good to take breaks, you know what I'm saying? And you just got to reevaluate your why. And my why is very important to me, you know what I mean?
All right, so where did your name come from, Teewhy, for anybody that don't know?
That's my government name.
Your gut Teewhy?
Yeah, it's not spelled like that. It's spelled T-Y, you know what I mean? But we just kind of like extended it type shit. And that was.
So who gave you your rap name, though? I mean, I know it's your government, but I know somebody say, nah, use that.
It was me, actually. I was just like, yeah, let me extend that. I had mad rap names, but yeah, I just thought at the time, like if I just came out with just 2 letters, it would be too short, you know what I mean? So I just extended it a little bit, Teewhy. And that was it, you know what I mean? It ain't nothing too deep with that story, but I think my pops back in the day called me like T.Y. or something like that one time, just on some regular conversation shit, and I just ran with it.
All right, so is your music based on your life or you just being creative when you get in the booth?
Definitely a lot of life experiences, you know what I'm saying? But I pull from a lot of different life experiences. Even if like something happened to my boy, you know what I'm saying, I might be able to tell a story about that. But most of it, I feel like, and it is coming from my life experience, and I think that's the easiest way to create, when you can actually pull from something. When you start trying to like talk about somebody else's life, bro, that shit is hard, you know what I'm saying? Unless like that's your close friend and you know the details about the situation, but that would be you trying to portray an image, you know what I'm saying? And I think that the most valuable thing and the best thing you could do is just be honest, especially with your audience, because authenticity is clear to see, you know what I'm saying? When you fake, bro, people could feel that shit, they can sense that shit, and it's obvious, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm just rapping about my life.
All right, when can we expect the next project?
That I don't know, but I got a website, www.the201store.com, where you could get my most recent album that just dropped in November. We just dropped the vinyl, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a collector's edition vinyl. It's going to be signed by myself and Mike Zombie, you know what I'm saying? So y'all could definitely go ahead and cop that. In terms of another album, it probably won't be for a while, but I'm going to just probably go on a single run for the rest of the year. Just be hooking up content and finishing some music videos from that album and just pushing that some more, you know what I mean? But yeah, it'll probably be a while before another album comes.
All right, bet. Just drop your socials and where everybody could contact you at.
Yep. Y'all can follow me on all social media platforms at Teewhy Music, spelled TEEWHYMUSIC, Teewhy Music. And yeah, man, follow me. Fuck with your boy. I'm out here working, and I follow back.
Yeah, make sure you check out his music. I want to thank Teewhy for pulling up to the Hello Effect podcast.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man, and support Jersey artists. Right? If you're not subscribed to the YouTube, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Make sure you follow all the socials, the topics and discussions we'll be talking about. This is another episode of the Hello Effect with me, your host, C, a.k.a. Mr. Hello.